we got some interesting news, champs. In a recent interview with PBC podcast, Ryan Garcia stated that he is planning to become such a big star that Tank Davis is going to be forced to fight him again, but this time on fair negotiations. He mentioned that Tank Davis did him dirty and he is going to reveal about what truly happened about his rib and how it got dislocated and who actually did it, and also who ratted to Tank and set him up. Stay tuned till the end for the shocking reveal. So that's what we are going to be talking about next. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding the notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding ding. Okay champs, let's get started. As we all know, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fought last year, and it was the biggest fight of the year and made more money than any other fight last year, including all the big ones like Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. I believe it sold double the pay-per-view numbers that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence sold, selling 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. And Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford were way more accomplished than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Actually, Ryan Garcia was not even a champion. He was just very famous outside of boxing and undefeated. Like I always said, being a champion is great, but the next best thing is being undefeated. And I believe that's the reason that the fight did so well. Imagine that Ryan Garcia had a few losses. I don't think it would have sold those 1.4 million pay-per-views. And this fight was so big that I actually started my YouTube channel from this fight. And I know I'm not the biggest content creator, but I am the most copied for sure. But that's neither here or there. So Ryan Garcia in the interview admits that it was really Mayweather who convinced him to pull out the Devin Haney fight. Mayweather had told Ryan Garcia that the fight with Devin Haney did not make sense at the moment. And if he would have fought Rolly and took his belt, he would have had a way bigger fight against Devin Haney for unification. But he stated that he told Mayweather that he did not want to do that because he already told all his fans that he was going to fight Devin Haney. And Mayweather tells him, I know, but things change. And this is true in boxing. It truly is the theater of the unknown. Anything can change all of a sudden. And we have a lot of last minute cancellations and replacement fighters. But in my eyes, Ryan Garcia is religious, and that was a lie, and lying is a sin. I can see someone that is not religious and lies, that's okay, but not somebody that is real religious and praises God like I do. If he goes and lies, that is a hypocrite. But I also understand that we are not perfect and we are not God. And we are all sinners and we all make mistakes. I try not to sin either, but all we can do when we sin is ask God for forgiveness. I really don't lie most of the time. I am a realist, even if the truth hurts. I am also not a boy fan of any boxer. I don't care who wins or loses, but I do like throwback fighters a lot more. The only lies I for sure tell are white lies. For example, if somebody just joined the gym a few days ago, I try to encourage them to keep going, and I'd be like, man, you look real buff already, when everybody knows that's impossible. But Ryan Garcia is redeeming himself. He said that nobody will manipulate him anymore and that he is not going to change his mind anymore. And he is definitely going through with the Devin Haney fight. I am glad that you're getting back on track, Ryan, but to me, you are like the boy who cried wolf, because you were known to pull out from a lot of fights before. And it's kind of hard to trust somebody that keeps doing the same thing, just keeping it a buck and keeping it real. But I'm still a big fan of yours. I actually went to like 5 of your fights already. And I know you will eventually fight Devin Haney. I know you're not scared, but you promised your fans something and then you pulled away. It's okay for Mayweather to do something like that, which I'm a fan of Mayweather as well. And I remember he let us choose who he should fight next, Amir Khan or Maidana. We all chose Amir Khan, but he went to go fight Maidana. But the difference between you and him, He is not religious and you are. You should know better. Ryan Garcia also stated that there was only 3 or 4 people in the room where he got the rib injury when he was training for the Tank Davis fight. And Floyd Mayweather actually revealed to Ryan Garcia, who told him about the rib injury, and they actually had to pay for the information. And it was one of the persons that was there at that moment. And Ryan Garcia states, now you know how much money it takes for someone to betray you. He did not state the amount, but he said it was not a lot. And he feels like he got Judas and he got betrayed for a little bit of money. He also mentioned the guy who broke his rib. Actually forgot his name, but he looked like an Asian Russian. He is the one that actually made the video stating, King Ryan, inspiring, I injured you with a body shot and now you lost to Tank. I am sorry, are you okay? And he also stated that that guy did not even hit him that hard. He states that it was being drained that actually got him injured. And Ryan states that he was actually beating the ish out of that guy and he just got him with a regular body shot. But he states that he was so drained that it did that kind of damage to him. And Ryan Garcia said that's how Tank Davis knew exactly where to hit him to stop him. And if you go back and replay that video, you can tell Tank knew exactly where to hit him. You could see the reaction on Tank's face when he hit him in the rib, saying, I knew it, I got you, money well spent. So I really don't see that as a victory for Tank Davis, as Tank Davis cheated. But this is okay for Tank Davis because Tank Davis is not religious. And Tank Davis can cheat all he wants. I know Tank Davis just converted to Islam, but he doesn't even like his religious name. His name is ABDUL WAHID, but he threatens anybody that calls him by that name. I know he threatened Showbiz the Adult, and he also threatened some fans to slap them. I think it means like the servant of the one or something along those lines. I don't know. I am not Islam. I don't believe Tank Davis picked that name, or if you're even allowed to pick your own name. I'm not sure if you're even allowed to change it. But if you did not like that name, why did you accept it and threaten to slap people that do not even know how to fight? Ryan Garcia also states that he got played and he got unfair advantages. But the weight drain and the rehydration clause were not unfair advantages because you signed the contract and you knew what you were getting yourself into. Tank Davis did not lie about anything in the contract. You shouldn't have signed it. The only unfair advantage I see is the rib injury. I do believe that is a very dirty move. And I think they should run it again, depending on what Tank decides to do. He is the A side. Whatever weight class and stipulations, as long as he doesn't have any moles or spies, I think it's fair game, but that was a very dirty move. Also, Ryan Garcia has to get past Devin Haney first on 420. I know all the potheads are gonna tune in, and we all know it's very hard to beat Devin Haney. It's not guaranteed that Ryan Garcia will win. He loses and looks bad, he can say goodbye to the rematch with Tank. He doesn't necessarily have to win to get a rematch with Tank. If he loses but it's a close fight, he can still get a rematch with Tank, probably by split decision. Who do you guys think will win, Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney? And do you guys think Ryan Garcia deserves a rematch with Tank Davis? Comment below and I'll write to everyone back. Subscribe, share the video, like the video, and that's it for me, champs. I gotta roll.